Hey everyone, it's Marco. I'm stuck in queue. I've been trying to record this video for about 60 minutes and I just can't seem to get it right because I keep going into too much detail. So I'll try to keep just an overview of where I'm at. I am still a miner, so I still have some stamina for mining. I don't want to stay mining. I want to go jewel crafting eventually. For now though, I'm blacksmith miner. So I have a couple of prismatic gems on my gloves and on my bracers. Just that's where they came from. In terms of where I want to go before we go to Naxx, I would like to get an epic ranged weapon that has 2% crit approximately. I think it's out of like Upguard Keep or Upguard Pinnacle. But for now I have this blue, which isn't too bad. The only other thing I want to upgrade, no, that's probably it. Yeah. There's a lot of upgrades in Naxx, but this will probably be Arena Season 1. If I get no upgrades from Naxx, this is what I'm going to look like. I'm using Greed and Sigil's Discarded Plate panel. I'm happy with my stats. I like where it's going. What I will end up with after I get a full set of PvE gear from Naxx, and I replace a lot of older block value stuff like and blues with purples, eventually I'll get to the point where I have deadly gladiator gear. I will start swapping that in. I'll give you an example. The Tundra Pauldrons. They have 37 strength, we'll call it 18 block from that, and 51 block value added to your shield, so 69 block value. Nice. If I were to swap out for deadly, they don't have any crit on them, by the way. You get 42 crit, 50 resilience, and you only have 67 strength. So you go from 69 to 38, approximately in half. And that pattern will follow for a lot of my upgrades. I will cut my block value in half, but I'll double my crit, or I'll add a bunch of crit. And my goal is to find some happy middle ground. Right now my block value is 1851. It's very easy for me to get that to like 2100, but I don't have any crit chance, so I can't go all the way up to 2100. I need some crit. But what I'd like to see happen is for my block value to settle in around 12 to 1400, but my crit to go up to like 20 to 30%, somewhere in the middle there, so that I'm hitting as hard as if I had 2000 block value because I'm critting all the time. But in the beginning, it's going to be hard to get that much crit and that much block. So I'm going to have to rely on block value items in the beginning of the season. And then as I get the deadly gear, because there's so much strength on it, I can reasonably switch to it and then socket my gems with strength. In the original game, I went pure strength for like all my sockets wherever possible. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Right now I'm running inscribed for 8 strength, 8 crit. And again, I don't want to go into too much detail because I'm losing my voice, and I can go into more detail in a later video. Here's the general strategy of Prot and why I need to focus so much on block value and crit. My health is what it is. I'll use defensive cooldowns to stay alive. I will love it when I get deadly gear like these bracers and I have tons of resilience and I'm not so squishy. That'll be great. We're not there yet. We're not going to be there for a little bit. And Season 5, my partner and I, we were not able to get Gladiator. And part of the reason is the challenges of not having a lot of strength on your gear that also has crit, because you get your block value from the strength. And if you don't have enough strength, you don't have enough block value, you can't kill anybody. And so you have all the crit in the world, but if you don't have any block value, it just becomes a numbers game. And when you get into Season 6, you end up getting the best of everything. You can mix in some PvE gear. You got plenty of crit. You've got plenty of strength to make up the block value. It's a whole different ball game. Season 5 will be tough for us. But I think Jama and I should aim for getting 2000 rating. That should be our goal. That would be impressive for a team that's only played one season together. to get 2K. I'll be pretty happy with that. I'd like to do it with Jamin this time instead of hopping around to other teams. And he plays well and he deserves it. All right, let's go to my spec. 2/2 Impale. 20% more damage on crits. Armor to the teeth plus toughness, they work together. They feed off each other. The 10% armor from toughness increases your damage by increasing your attack power. So your revenge, your topping on your weapon, etc. Not your shield slam though. You have tactical mastery so that you can hamstring more effectively without dumping all of your rage. But effectively, you don't want to hamstring if you can help it. And part of toughness is to reduce your movement slowing effects. So if you're not slowed as much, you don't have to slow your opponent as much. It works together with the general strategy of trying to keep you in defensive stance without having to swap too much. One thing I have to get better about is popping Wreck more. Wreck is a good way to kill people with a prop build because you have so little crit. If you go the route of only getting block value from PvE, you're going to rely on recklessness a lot to kill people. All right, but it's risky, which is why I don't do it. Next up for the build, you're going to use this ability to kill people. If there's an opportunity in the fights that you're having in the arenas to get blocks, then you will have a chance to utilize critical block. It's a 60% chance to happen when you block. It causes you to double your block value just for the blocking part, not the damage. That part doesn't matter. What does matter is it increases your next shield slam hit for crit by 15%. So remember how I only have 15% crit? That's not how I look at it. I look at it as 30. Because if I get a block, I can hit for 30% crit. And that's how I kill people if I don't have recklessness up. So it can be tough. It can be really tough against certain players if they realize that they shouldn't hit you. Not everyone realizes that though. Some people don't hit you because they're scared of revenge. That's unfortunate because it means you're not getting blocks. But that's where this talent comes in handy. If your opponent has a pet class, you can use Vigilance to taunt every single time the pet attacks your healer. You have Vigilance on them. You refresh your taunt cooldown. It's also cool. It reduces damage by 3%. That's kind of nice. It's like adding a bunch of resilience to them, really. 400 resilience. But that being said, if you can taunt the pet back to you, you can get a revenge, but you can also get critical block, which makes your next slam 15% chance to crit. It's really nice. Don't forget you also have insight, so you can queue up a heroic strike with the slam to do a big chance of critting. Now you got a 30% crit chance on your heroic strike, a 30% crit chance on your shield slam. But it gets better. When you get this critical block, guess what also happens? You get enraged because of improved defensive stance, which adds 10% more damage for 12 seconds because you got a block, parry, or dodge. So now I've increased my shield slam crit chance by 15%. I've gained 10% more damage. I'm going to immediately disarm to add another 10% damage for the next 10 seconds. I'm going to pop shield block. I may have already popped it to guarantee the critical block. It will double my block value and give me a big slam. Now I hit them with gag order, which gives me 10% more shield slam damage for the next 3 seconds on them. And that's when you hit them with the slam. If you want to get crazy, you go into Zerker, you pop Zerker Rage, you pop Recklessness, and you hit them with the slam, and you don't even worry about the critical block. That's if you really are desperate to kill someone. And then you hit them with Devastate to try and cause Sword and Board, which is a 15% chance. Sorry, is it 15? Oh no, I'm sorry, it's 30. It's a 30% chance to give you a free shield slam with no cooldown. So you immediately refresh your shield slam. So in the perfect world, you'll shield slam with critical block for 30% crit chance. You'll hit him with a devastate. And then you'll hit him with another shield slam within the next global. Like 3 globals. Shield slam, devastate, shield slam. If you pop wreck for that, that's unhealable damage. That could kill someone, and it's 3 attacks. It's really good. You might have to create like a cancel macro so you don't hit him with a white hit. But I wouldn't go crazy. I think actually popping wreck after the critical block is over is probably the right play. Like hit him with the devastate, see that sword and board has triggered a new shield slam, and then hit wreck to get that one to be a guaranteed crit. That's the general strategy. These talents all play off each other. The fact that you have 20% impale really helps. The fact that toughness, armor to the teeth, stance mastery, they all kind of work together to keep you on the target and get you dealing additional damage just from your regular white hits. What else? Sorry. I think that's it. My voice is gone. I'm trying. I've tried to make this video like 3 times. There's so much detail I can go into. I think I'm going to wait until we actually start playing arenas because my memory's not that good. And who knows? Season 5 is a poop shoot. I really don't know what's going to happen. I definitely played better in Season 6 when I had access to better gear. And warriors scale better in Season 6 with the better gear. So we will see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow the stream. And I guess I'll go back to Q, huh? Bye, guys.